This stock is funny to me. I traded the stock, and what happened after that? I did pretty well. I'm proud. Honestly gonna say that I'm proud of myself. Because I was able to not get emotional. Well, I won't say I didn't get emotional, but we're all human, emotional beings. But I didn't allow my emotions to take over in this trade. Not only that, I was in a bad position in this trade. So, uh, uh, um, I was in a bad position in this trade. So, I'm glad that I quickly got in. Well, I won't say I'm glad I got quickly got in, but I'm glad I quickly got out. Making 846 bucks. Um, I'll go into this trade. Market open on the pre-market scanner. There was nothing that I really liked. STAB is not moving, or not. It's not now moving, but it seemed like it went up a decent amount. This stock wasn't and still doesn't look like something I want to trade. But pre-market, I didn't like what I was seeing. Didn't think it would be able to do this. And I was doing pretty well. But enough of that. Back to my trade. um, okay, I don't know why this shit doesn't switch anymore. Group four. Um, I literally bought and sold this stock and made 846 bucks in 33 seconds, bro. That's fucking ridiculous, bro. I literally got in this stock and literally I bought and I'm like this I'm buying, I'm chasing this, but it just keeps going. I told myself if this starts to drop even like a little bit, I'm just gonna get out real quick. And it just kept going and I literally was like, man, okay, that's good enough. I was even trying I didn't know where I was gonna get out, but it went up a couple $100. I sold. I was ready to sell. And then it kept going. It hit 500. I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'll take that. And then it went up to 800. I was like, hell yeah, I'll take that too. And I quickly entered my order at like 990, 790. Uh, when I clicked on the price, it was like the bid in the ask, and I just clicked on the ask, and I just entered to sell, and it actually filled higher than what I was trying to sell it at 990. It hit 996. But let me go into this trade. Um, I saw this. This was like the only big percent gainer. Um, the biggest percent gainer of the day. Um, didn't like it at all. I wasn't even planning on trading. Um, bro, I got to it at 8:30, 8:40. Right here, or right here, one of these points. No, I got to it here. Didn't like it. Um, but kept watching it. Then I was tempted to get into it right here, but it was quite off. It was quite some distance from VWAP. And I'm like, don't like it. But before that, let me get to the beginning of this point of this trade. Um, I looked at the yearly chart. I saw that this was moving. I first looked at the yearly chart, or did I look at the float? I looked at the float, and no, fuck. What did I? Why did I? What did I do? Um, I looked at the yearly chart. Yeah, I was looking at the yearly chart, um, but on a different screen, and I saw something slightly different. Yeah. So, um, zooming out here, oh, can't zoom in out. Look, looking at the yearly chart, I saw that it was damn near about to break this high and this high. It had the potential to break it. Um, and then I'm like, okay, it just had a stock split, which is good because this can probably run some more. And I said, okay, let me look at the float. First I looked at the news. I wanted to know why this was up, and I looked at the news. Uh, where is it? Saw, oh my gosh, saw that the Stamp Trust launched a biometric multi-factor authentication solution. Then I read the subtitle or whatever this is called, a simple selfie that replaces one-time passcodes and multi-app user authentication. So I'm like, I thought about it. I'm like, just reading this right here, I asked myself, is this something? Is this the product that's really necessary? Like normally when a stock posts some news about whatever, I don't really care. What I don't even care about the product. But this time I'm like, let me actually read the product because I have time and see if this is a product that I feel like or to the world will feel like it would be useful or not. So what I'm assuming they're talking about is when you know how when you log into an app or your bank account, they send you a code before you can log in, and they send it to your phone or your email. But you also got to enter your password and all that. This is what I was thinking it was, and I read the article briefly, and it's this first of its kind, robust identity by taking a simple selfie. That right there, because of the selfie thing, I'm like, I've seen um, where with the iPhones, if you scan your face, if you have the same oval face or same face structure as someone else, um, you can unlock their phone. I've seen that with multiple face scan things. Um, I don't really trust it, but not only that, it's not like this product is like it's not like the whole world got hacked or something, and now defense companies and security companies are the sector or are a hot sector now. So reading this article, I'm like, yeah, this is good news, but um, this product is not necessary right now. It's not life changing. It's not a product. I don't think it's a product that's going to make a lot of people want to buy. Not only that, the stock was already up 170% pre-market. So from right there, when I saw 170 cents, 170%, I already knew like, okay, I don't want to trade the stock. It's too high, and um, I want to wait for a pullback to try to get in around 945 dip and go for a dip and rip. So I didn't like the news. I didn't like what they were talking about. I don't feel like the product that they created is something that is necessary. It verifies liveness, replaces supplements vulnerable one-time passcodes. If America got hacked and it was all over the news, I would tell this company to post this product again or post an updated product or lie even lie and say hey because that's what all these companies do, they lie. So shit, lie again and say hey we just got like post old news, we just got a partnership with with whoever, you feel me. So learning more about the transformational biometric FA MFA solution and become a trust stamp partner. they should. I think on a day because eventually we're gonna start getting hacked, where it's gonna be cyber war and all that. Post this information then. Don't post it now. It's too early. So when I saw that, and I saw the float being 15 million to 21 million, I'm like, I'm not fucking with this stock. I don't like it. The news is not good enough, although it's pushing the stock up substantially. Um, and um, it even says it right here. Like I was trying to get in at $5.50, and at $5.50 pre-market, it was at 170%, around that percentage. So I didn't want to get in, and then I looked at the SEC filings. Um, I didn't look at the dates here, but looking back now, um, they didn't put out a 8K. So I don't know what that means, but when I don't see any news in the SEC filings, that makes me uncomfortable. I feel like it's just hyped up news. Then I took a step further. I looked at the entire SEC filings. I got as far as it allowed me to. No 424B, but I see a 253. So I don't know what this means. I would like to actually know. Um, oh, it's an offering termination. I didn't know that. I really gotta watch this DVD by. Um, oh, it's an offering. So 25. Wow, there's different ways of offering. It must be. No, this is a American company. So they had an offering. I really gotta learn what these mean. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Um, I really want to take a picture of this. Let me grab my phone real quick. Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah, this is very interesting. I never seen this before, honestly. Uh, this stock, there's a, and here's another one too. 253 and a 253. I never seen this before. Let me read this one to see what this is about. A 253 is like another public offering, but this is just a different form. So they had an offering at $4 and another one at 7.79. So once it hits and as you can see here, once it hits that point, 7.79 and 4, it becomes active and they can start diluting. Um, but let's look at the dates on these. Uh, this $4 one, this is a $4 one, or 7.79, 7.79. This went to, and what's the date on it? Fuck. Last 2 years ago in May, 2020 in May. So I hate when it does this. Come on. All right, I'll just do the line chart. All right, so 2020 in May, and I put it on the max. So 2020 in May, it wasn't in a stock, so maybe they were prepping for the offering. Then they probably dumped. I don't know what happened. Um, they did a split, whatever. But it became active. They dumped here, and then you got that $4 offering that they did, and it became active whenever it touched four. But I didn't even look at those things. I'm just seeing them now. So um, once once I saw uh, that it was just up way too much for pre-market, I was like, okay. In my head, I was like, that's stupid that they allowed it to just go up so much in pre-market. Um, that's not any good. Then I looked at the 10K. What's this? 10K or 10Q? 10K. Excuse me. And um, I was looking for the outstanding because here it wasn't giving me the outstanding. I always like to know the outstanding, anyways, just in case. And I always want to look at the 10Q, um, just in case. And it was not available. So the outstanding was first when I seen registrant Class A common stock, I knew they were dumping. So it began trading. Um, I don't even understand this, but it began trading at this point. I don't know if this is right or wrong, or am I reading it right? But once I seen Class A, I knew they were dumping shares, um, and it was sold on the. And then I seen registrant Class A common stock was last sold on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange on such date was 6.63.4 million dollars. That's 9.7 million shares at the closing price per share of $6.51. So they were dumping shares. Um, they were dumping shares here because that was January 31st, which is right here, and they started dumping shares from here. I'm reading this shit and I'm already seeing that they're dumping shares. And then they said shares of Class A uh, stock outstanding as of April 6th is 23 million. So the outstanding is 23 million. It's breaking to new lows now. So I already knew I didn't want to fuck with this stock. It's breaking to new lows. Um, I already knew not I would, and now that it's breaking to new lows midday, I don't think it's gonna bounce. So, and I want to say that I'm really proud of myself for quickly getting out. Although like I haven't been doing it much, I'm glad I did it this time because um, this this stock just continued to fade, and this is one of these stocks that require you to get out quickly. And if I held, you see how it would have ended up for me. And if I would have been in one of those situations where I'm down and depressed and sad because the stock didn't go my way and I want out, um, I would have been one of those holding hopers, and it would have been a really depressing day for me. But I'm developing the discipline little by little, and I'm getting there. Maybe this was just a fluke because maybe this was I just got lucky, or I just it just happened coincidentally. but I'm proud of myself for doing this. I don't care that this was whatever it was. I'm glad that I got out, and that 3K loss that I'm down. I was down. That I lost. I'm only halfway down within that same week. So I don't care how I performed. I mean, I don't care how. I don't care what about nothing. I'm just grateful that I quickly got out. I chased it, and I knew I had to quickly get out, and that this had offerings. So right here, I saw that they were, and the float is whatever it is, 23 million now. I looked up the ATMs, nothing. I looked at the market. I looked up at the market with dashes in the middle, nothing. But I just looked up the offering. It had 81 matches, so that was a high number. So they must have been dumping a lot. So I just looked through it, you know. Um, um, Sometimes they'll put multiple wording of offering just to confuse you. Um, I just kept going till I saw something that caught my attention where it was like they were actually talking about the offering. And I came to here where I seen the title offering type, recent sales of unregistered security. So I don't need a, I understand that I need to learn more about this, but to trade this, I just need to know first that they're doing it, which 99.99% of the time, a stock is either gonna be offering shares or after the run up, they announce, hey, we got an offering, boom, and then it starts going down from there. And they'll announce it in the middle of the day. Um, at the end of the day, I've been seeing a lot of end of the day announcements, and I think that one trade that I had, if you go back into my other videos, um, where I refused to take gains, and I ended up I can't remember the stock, but I ended up losing or gaining, losing just a little bit, but I was down substantially. Um, that trade when it bounced, I think in the middle of the day they announced um, an offering in the middle of the day, but mainly they've been announcing offerings at the end of the day, right after market close. Um, I don't know if it's to short traps, to trap shorts. I don't know if it's a short trap or what, but that one trade that I had where I was up like $1,600, didn't take the gains, don't know why I didn't take the gains, and then ended up fading. And I think I was down like 2 3K, but ended up bouncing. I ended up taking a smaller loss or something like that. I think they announced an offering in the middle of that day. But once I saw this, I seen these different types of offerings. I don't really know each different type, but I knew they were offering, they were dumping shares. I seen 1 million, 1.2 million, 1.3, 1.1, quarter million, 50,000. And here's all the amounts. They're offering shares, and date, close date if open, not available. So these are the close dates. If they're still open, it's not available. Even if I don't care if the offering is over with. The fact that they're doing that tells me I have to be careful. So then I um, uh, kept going, and then right here it was talking about how I think it was right here where they closed the offering. Um, they closed the offering. They closed the offering. A lot of these were closing. We closed the offering, which I don't give a fuck because I know I know I'm not the best at reading this or understanding this, and just because you close some doesn't mean they're all closed. Or just because I see that you said they closed them a lot, you close them a lot doesn't mean they're all actually closed. You know, some can be open from 2 years ago. Right here it says again we closed it. Um, but I know somewhere in here they still have it because look how many times they fucking did an offering. Um, Back to where it was before. Like, look how many times they did a fucking offering. And excuse me for my language, but like they did it so many times. Like, look how many times. So just because you see a lot of them closed doesn't mean they don't still have some lurking in there. So I came in with this like I don't want to trade this. So I was like at right here. This is where I saw it, and it was already up 170%. And I'm kind of like, damn. I'm kind of feeling like the fear FOMO. I'm a little upset that and I didn't know this was gonna run. That's why I didn't play it, and I didn't know I was gonna, I could have made way more, but I was really uncomfortable with this trade. It was already up so much with an offering and a higher float. Although they did the split, I don't accurately know how much the float is, and um, yes, they did the split. They dumped here, here, and here, and here. So it's like I can't play. I gotta be safe and careful. So I wanted to get in here, and I said, okay, Sonny, get in with at least $2,000. Don't get in with too much. But I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. None of this stock meets my criteria. For one, the news is not good enough to me. Yes, it's a greater percentage, but it's too high. It's at 170% for the day. Three, the flow is high, and it's extended from the VWAPs. Four, it's extended from the VWAP at the time. So I don't want to get in. I want to get near VWAP, and I don't know if it was here or here, but it pulled back near VWAP, and I still didn't want to get in. And then I went to like clean up the house just before the market opened because I'm trying to distract myself from actually trading. I'm trying to prevent myself from getting drawn in, but I need to learn to sit in front of the screen and not allow myself to get drawn in. But I know I'm not disciplined enough to do that, to not be drawn in. So I went and started cleaning up the house because I'm going out of town to enjoy Louisiana and Atlanta. And I started cleaning up the house. I wanted to make sure the house was clean and vacuumed, and my laundry was completed before I leave. And I just came back and I saw it just going up and going up and going up and going up, and I'm like, damn, it's well over 200%. I said, okay, um, what do I do from here? And I'm just like, you know what? You were wrong. It's okay. The stock still has offerings. You're still not comfortable with this trade. You know what you need to do? You need to sit back, relax, and you need to sit back, relax, and you need to sit back, relax, and just accept that hey, you messed up. It's okay. It wasn't a good trade anyway. You didn't like it. It didn't meet none of your criterias. Um, Other than the fact that it was moving and that you know uh, it was up a lot. But um, so I just waited till the market opened, and I kept coming back to my computer, back and forth, and then at 9:25, I came back and I said, I'm not getting in pre-market. I'm not getting in pre-market. I understand this video is a little bit long, but just fast forward through it or put it on 2 times speed. But um, like before market open started fading, fading, fading. I said, okay, perfect. It's starting to fade. I'm hoping that it'll give me a panic market open, and then at 9:45 to 10, I'm looking for that dip and rip. And and I'm telling myself, okay, I don't want to get in on the first rip. So here's the dip. It's going down. It's going down, and then it does something like this where it bounces. I don't want to get on the first bounce. I want it to like consolidate or go down here. Either way, don't matter to me. Um, and then that next leg up will be either down or up, and then if it goes down, it goes down, and then I get it on this bounce right here where I see that it's holding. or that it goes sideways and then pushes up even higher, and I get in that way. It didn't matter to me. I'm just telling myself mentally, just telling myself like, um, be careful with the bounce because 9:45s and 10 o'clocks haven't been working well, or 9:45s haven't been working, and we'll go to 10 or 10:15, or it just wouldn't work at all. So I wanted to make sure I was being careful. Um, uh, I wanted to make sure I was being careful. So um, um, so when I saw like okay, market open, it started spiking, spiking, spiking. I'm just like, okay, at some point it's gonna dip, and 9:30 spikes. I'm looking at high day or the closest high day, or actually high day this point, and I'm like, okay, um, is it gonna break this past this point? Then it breaks past it, and I'm just like, I guess I was wrong, and I'm like, should I get in or should I just wait? Then it pulled back. The next minute, it opened, pulled back, came down, and I'm like, okay, now it's gonna start dumping, dumping, dumping. Then around 9:45, maybe 9:10 or 10:15, gotta give it some time. I was expecting a dump in the middle of the day because if it gets a lot of volume, the first few minutes of the day, then you're gonna have to give it a little bit longer than 9:45 or 10 o'clock for it to bounce. And when I saw it just kept going, I'm like, okay, this is not the trade I'm looking for. I don't want to trade a bounce around after 10 or around 11. I don't want to trade those stocks, those bounces, because I'm not accustomed to those. And then I saw it just keep going. And after that pullback here, it started going up. And I was like hesitant to get in, but I was like, all right, let me just shoot my shot. And I didn't know how much to trade because normally before I get into a stock, I already know what kind of size I'm getting in. I already do that before I get in. And I entered my order. I was like, okay, I'll throw 2,000 shares. 2,000 shares was way too much. Uh, um, but I just threw in at as much as I could at 1,200 shares at, um, allow me to see, 1,200 shares at uh, at 725, and I was chasing this stock at this point. I was chasing it, and I'm just like, I don't know how much further this can go, but if it starts to pull back, I'm immediately selling. I mean, once I see like $100 or $200 loss, I'm immediately selling, and um, it didn't even pull back. It started pushing up, and once I saw the $200, I saw myself making $200. I was like, okay, $200, but it ain't much. And then I saw three, four, five, and I'm like, oh shit, five, and I'm getting ready to sell. I'm already entering my order. I click sell. I click like even before I saw the 500, I already got myself ready to get out. Like I had my finger on a trigger. I already had hit the sell button, click the sell button. I entered the amount of shares I want to sell, and I was just I had clicked the price, and on the here, let me see if I can drag it over here for you. It's better if I explain it this way. So right here, I had already clicked the sell. I clicked the amount, and when you're here, you can click the amount you want. You can click the amount you want, and then when you click here, you got the bid and ask sitting, and as it's like fluctuating, I'm like ready to hit. I'm watching the level ones, and I'm like, whichever one it hits, if it goes down, I'm just gonna start selling. And as like I'm watching, I see the bid and ask going up. I'm like, okay. Then I see my profit and loss column go from 100 to 200. I'm like, whatever. Then I see it go to 345. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to sell. So I'm like, oh shit. So I'm starting to like, I'm about to click the order. And then I see a flash of 800. And I look at the stop. I'm like, oh shit. It went up to 800. Then it was like at 7. It was around this point, 790. So once I hit it, I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to hit. So I seen the ask say 790, and I just clicked 790, and I just hit submit, and it got executed. And when I looked at my order details, it was like it got executed over the amount I wanted to sell at, which I ended up making more money, which I'm very grateful for. Um, and that's how I went. I understand this video is a bit long, but it's for me to go over the entire trade so that when I want to review my trades, I see everything that I did in full detail and emotions, mentality, performance, everything. And that's why I go over everything. This video is probably 30 minutes long, but it's okay for me. But it literally took me 33 seconds to profit. And I am so fucking grateful. And I'm so glad I still damn near top. And I chased it. Yes, I chased it, but I'm glad. What can I say? I'm not gonna be mad at myself. Um, the only thing I can say now is that um, um, I gotta continue to improve on my discipline. Um, I gotta keep growing my account. Yes, I've lost. I'm down 1,600 for the week, but I'm still making it. I'm still making it. So, um, I just gotta keep. I just gotta keep going, bro. Um, I just gotta keep at it, bro. Like, um, I just gotta keep at it. Discipline is the most important thing. Um, uh, Today I'll be in Louisiana. I mean, I'll be in Atlanta. The next day I'll be in Louisiana. Um, and I just want to enjoy this vacation. I'm bringing my laptop with me because I do plan on watching the markets tomorrow. And I got a final exam on Monday. I'll still be watching the markets on Monday. And I'll just go from there. But all in all, I'm proud of myself. Um, and all I care about is improving. So all I need to do is keep studying, keep reading the articles. Um, I got to keep reading the articles. Uh, Keep watching the webinars. There should be a webinar coming soon. Um, I got to keep watching the webinars, and I just got to keep going. But I ended up making um, I forgot the percentage. I ended up making like 9% on this trade. I'm fucking tired of talking. I'm just tired in general. But I ended up making like 9% on this trade, and I'm proud of myself. So from 725 to to 725 to 796. I made a good profit. I'm proud of myself.